Hello and welcome to the next episode of Road to derBeste AllStars. And today we are going to play some Generation 8 random battles. Because for those who don't know, just watch the last episode, because this is where I said that's the last Gen 1 random battle video. But is it really the last? I won't tell you today, you gotta find it out yourself. And as I said, we are going to play Gen 8 today, and it's just 1701 elo. A bit more than in Generation 1, but I think I'm way better in Generation 8 than I am in Generation 1, gotta be honest. We have Dynamax as well, and have fun. I'm really looking forward to this. So we've got Mr. Mime Gala. I haven't played Generation 8 random battles in ages. I think the last time was actually like 5 years ago. That's crazy. Okay. It's probably like 3 years ago, but it's been a while. Mr. Mime against Celesteela. Bad lead. What a way to start into the episode. So Celesteela can be Leech Seed. It can also be Assault Vest. In general, flying types are super good because they get the max move, max airstream, and max airstream boosts the speed of your Pokemon, and then you can be a very heavy breaker, very heavy sweeper, because with max ooze or max knuckle you can also boost your attack or special attack respectively, and then just sweep through the team. That's why Dynamax is really tough to deal with in single battles, but you can also use Dynamax as a defensive tool as well. Now, what do we go to? Lapras, it's probably Gigantamax Lapras, which sets up an Aurora Veil for 5 turns. We've got Celebi, Fini. I will go Miltank for now, and I try to fish for Body Slam Para, because Celesteela cannot do that much damage without any boosts, and that's why I think Miltank is a good switch in here. Unfortunately, we don't have Stealth Rocks, we don't have Hazards on the team in general. We get the Para immediately, let's go, and the full Para. This is Leech Seed, because it's leftovers, it's not Assault Vest. And will he really go for Leech Seed here? Because Sap Sipper is a thing. I can go Celebi now. Yeah, I can go Celebi because that's wild. We get another Para. I'm pretty sure he went for Leech Seed. But Air Slash doesn't do 50, and because we got the Body Slam Para, now the Celebi 1v1s with Celesteela. Because we have Recover, yeah, this Celebi will 1v1 with Celesteela. He gets an Air Slash off, but I can just spam Recover until he gets parried once. I could also go for another Nasty Plot because he won't do more than 50, but what if he goes for max airstream immediately, or what if he switches? That's why I want to go for Recover instead. The next episodes will be a little shorter, by the way, because when you see this, I'm in Hawaii, and preparing and playing for the Pokemon World Championship, and that's why I have to pre-record that stuff, and that's why the episodes won't be that long. He gets a max roll. If he gets a min roll, I can survive a crit after, or he gets a miss. That's very huge, because he gets another Air Slash miss. What? Is this Generation 1? I will go for 1 Psych. I don't need the Recover PP. If he goes for max airstream now, he burns his Dynamax. Okay, never mind. Dugtrio. Does Dugtrio even KO me? I don't think so. Unless he goes for Dynamax, but then he doesn't have Dynamax anymore. And I also survive a Max Darkness. I won't survive a Life Orb Max Darkness, because for those who don't know, Choice Band, the Choice Band effect is... Oh, I should have recovered. But we can recover ourselves with Giga Drain as well. If you have a choiced item, and then you Dynamax, the effect of the choiced item is just gone. And I will go for Recover. He doesn't go for max Starfall, but now I have more health, and now I can just go for Psychic. And this is probably just a Celebi sweep. Celebi, Jellyby, Melebi. Keldeo, that's just a Giga Drain. He could go for max Airstream. He does go for max Airstream, but this should not KO. It does KO, that's Life Orb. Yeah. And it was probably a good roll as well, right? My head calcs are never wrong. Yeah, Live Warp makes Airstream does 73 to 86, but I cannot complain how I got through with Celesteela. It was pretty lucky. But now we can just go Fini and set up a Core Mind. And I have the upper hand now, because if you have Dynamax and the opponent does not, you have a huge advantage, a very huge advantage. And that's why I will go for another Core Mind here, and then I will start pressing Moonblast. Pressing, clicking, whatever. And he misses another air slash. What do you mean? I mean, all this didn't matter. Also on the Steeler, I had 12 more recovers, you know, but this is ridiculous. Thunderbolt won't KO me. Obviously, I can go for Max Geyser, because some of you might not know what Dynamax actually is, so maybe I should explain. Dynamax, this is Assault West Magmortar, by the way. Dynamax doubles your HP and turns your moves into powerful max moves. And there are also Gigantamax Pokemon, which have a very special move on one of their steps. Like, if you have a Gigantamax Colossal, you can go for G-Max Volcalif, I think it is called. With every with every rock type move you have, like if it's Power Gem, if it's Stone Edge, it doesn't matter. It turns into G-Max Volcalif, and they have special side effects. Some set up like Stealth Rocks, some have a not trapping effect, but like you get 1/6 damage every turn, but you can still switch out. Some of them actually have a trapping effect. I think how is it called? The Bug Fire type Santi Scorch max move actually has a trapping effect. There are a lot of different ones. Aurora Wave set up with Lapras and so on and so on. And can I win without terroring game 1? I can, and I will still terror. I want to be a big Mr. Mime Galar. But first game, first win, that's a good start into the video. I think we also won our very first Generation 1 game, and then it went downhill pretty fast. But this was a good game. I don't disagree that I got lucky. Like, I dodged multiple air slashes, but you gotta know when you get lucky. We are not even at 1500. I did not know that. So today we have to play up to 1500. I thought we were at 1500. You could drop below 1500. That's crazy. How often did I say 1500 now? But what I wanted to say originally is that if you get lucky, sometimes it just doesn't matter. Or if your opponent gets lucky, it doesn't matter. You always have to see if it actually had an impact. And speaking of impact, Dragon Dance, Stone Edge, Tyranitar is a big threat, so I will go for Power Whip. And this is unlucky now, because Tyranitar is Choice Bandit and I needed damage. You see my team, I struggle against Tita a lot. And he dodged the Power Whip now, and that's pretty bad, because I have no Dark Resist, I have no Walk Resist, nothing. And Power Whip would have been a 2-hit KO. Power Whip does 50 to 60. So, and Power Whip into Earthquake would have also KO'd, because Power Whip does 50 to 60 and Earthquake does 43 to 50. Okay, we at least connect with Power Whip. Now we get the min roll, or one of the lowest rolls possible, but that's the game we play, because now I can just go Corviknight and press Body Press. He could switch into something like a Fire or Electric type, but I have switch-ins for both. Like, I have Reshiram, right? Okay, he just tosses Tyranitar. That's not a good play. Like, this Body Press was super obvious. And surely you have a switch-in into Body Press, non-step Body Press from Corviknight. Yeah, like this one. But I can just go Reshiram against Entei. Take the Sacred Fire, probably. Yeah. And now I can just go for Blue Flare. I could go for Toxic, but I expect him to switch into something where I don't need the Toxic. And I connect the Blue Flare and I do a lot of damage into the Mesprit. And against Mesprit, I can go into... It depends. Mesprit has a lot of different sets. And if it's Nasty Plot... actually, I can go... I don't want to take a Thunder Wave from Force Mouth. I will go Wicker World, because he either goes for Thunder Wave or Psychic or Walks. But all of that is fine. I can set up Sticky Web now, or do I want to keep Defog? No, I will set up the Sticky Web. He goes for U-turn into Entei probably. Against Entei, I will stay, because he will go for Stone Edge. Do I go Corviknight? Corviknight should take 2 Stone Edges. And if I lose Corviknight, it's fine. It's okay. he goes for Sacred Fire, fair enough. I thought the Reshiram switch was just too obvious. Like, I can just go to Reshiram, don't lose anything. But he played it really well with the Sacred Fire. But I have a Sticky Wrap up, and that's really important for Octillery and Frostmoth. Unfortunately, how much speed does -1 Entei have? 132. So our Octillery actually speed ties Entei. I could have also went into Octillery just here to press Scald, but it's okay. Now I can Blue Flare again, and I can miss. That's pretty bad. But now I can just Roost twice and then KO with Blue Flare. I can Roost once again and then I click Blue Flare. Because this is still Blue Flare range. Nice. Okay, let's go. He might go to Entei now, and this time he will go for... Maybe he doesn't have Stone Edge. Maybe it's just Stomping Tantrum. Also the username. I haven't played in 10 years. Banger. Drapion is not great. I want to keep Reshiram. He might go for Earthquake. That's why I will go Weaker Volt. He went for Sword Stance. I should have stayed. Blue Flare just KO'd him. Do I Dynamax here? I think I kind of have to. His play was crazy. Because I'm telling you how much a Blue Flare does. A Blue Flare does 70%. But I didn't want to lose Reshiram for no reason. Very good play, I guess. He was slower as well. Crazy, man. I will just go for Thunderbolt, toss Vikavolt. Does Reshiram KO with Dynamax? No, it doesn't. So I have to toss Frostmoth as well. Maybe I can get a freeze. I'm banking everything on Reshiram. But this was crazy, honestly. Sword Stance, wow. Now I have to go Reshiram and connect with Blue Flare. Because Octillery is slower than the Drapion. Okay, we lost. Oh, man. Oh. This was very unlucky. This Sword Stance was a crazy play, but like missing Power Whip turn 1 into missing Blue Flare against Mesprit into missing Blue Flare against Drapion. Oh. He got me, like, he played, I don't know, did he? Yeah, Cinccino, Max Overgrowth, and GG. Actually, he kind of tossed it here as well. Actually, no, he has extreme speed. I was like, Max Strike was better because what if I crit? I'm Sniper, I lose 30 points from that game. This feels really bad because my opponent played like crazy. The Sacred Fire was super obvious and he just went for it. So was the Sword Stance was something else. Was it that obvious that I switch out? I was considering just clicking Max Wormwind and then KOing with Max Flare. And then, yeah, maybe I should have done that. In hindsight, yeah. But who would have expected him? Like, if he goes for Knock, it's okay. If he goes for Earthquake, it's even better. But Sword Stance is like something else. Usually I appreciate very good plays, but sometimes the payout was huge, but it was a high risk, high reward play. And was he in the board state where he had to go for it? I don't know. I love going for crazy plays, but I mean it won him the game, so it was a good play. I don't want to say that it was a bad play. And this is a bad play. Thunderbolt just one-hit KO'd him. He will go for Aura Sphere, so I can just go Rapidash. But honestly, like, staying with Clawitzer against Heliolisk is something else. And I will set up a Sword Stance because with Clawitzer has choice specs, and now he has to switch. And also, speaking of Dynamax, it's important to know from the get-go which Pokemon you want to Dynamax. Rapidash Gala is a very good contender because it has Swords Dance, and then it can sweep for the team. It can set up the Psychic Terrain as well. Or I can also use Sandrush Lycanroc, Max Knuckle Sork, and then win with Choice Scarf, all that stuff. So I won't Dynamax here. I will go for Zen Headbutt. I have a 20% chance to flinch. It does more than 50%, and I do not flinch. And he goes for... Okay, I hate low ladder. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whatever. Also, he saw that we are past the rail because he had Trace. Maybe he does not know what the ability does, but if I see that I gain an ability I don't know, maybe I should look it up, right? That's wild. Let's see how he deals with his +2 Rapidash now with Rapidash. We are slower. We can go for high horsepower, but we just die. Could have went for a Dynamax, I know, but actually, it was a very good roll for them. Like, it was a very good chance that we survived Flare Blitz. We didn't, but it's okay because now we can just go Lycanroc and click Stone Edge. Let's see what their Choice Band Stone Edge switching actually is. If they go for Max Craig, okay, they are Choice Scarf Rapidash, right? No, they are not Choice Scarf. We are just slower. Never mind. Tapu Lele. Against Tapu Lele, I could go Dialga because he might go for a Psychic move, or I can go for Stone Edge again, and we are Choice Bandit. That's very good damage. And now we can KO with Heliolisk, and I will Volt Switch to what? Dialga, Sork, or Silvally. I will go to Silvally because with Silvally I don't have to lock myself into a move just like Sork does, and Sork has Sturdy, so keeping Sturdy in the bag is better, and since I have 2 fighting types I can now use the Silvally to do some damage first, and Dialga has a good defensive typing, so that's why I don't want to use it for now, but he just surrenders, and that's a GG. If we make 50 points progress per video, this would take 5 videos, right? 50 points and then 100 per week. It could be 200, it depends on how long I will make these videos. I really want to get to first in 4 episodes again. This time I think I can do it. Have fun. Okay, we've got Togedemaru against Yuxi. That's just 3 stealth walks. We've got Eternatus with Metronome, which is really good. Sub-Bulk up Urshifu, Dragalge, Obstagoon, and Circuitry. A lot of Pokemon you don't see in Generation 9, right? Like Togedemaru, Obstagoon, and Circuitry. But yeah, we can set up blocks. He goes Guzzlord, and he will go for knockoff. And I think we are fine if Urshifu loses its leftovers, but it's actually Choice Specs Guzzlord. And I expect him to go into a fighting resist now. This doesn't make sense. Drain Punch heals me to full. Guzzlord what? Okay, do you see why this doesn't make sense? Do you see it? What? Maybe, okay, on the low ladder I should not predict that much. I should have clicked 30 times, of course. Against Lunala I will just go Obstagoon. Yeah. And then I can just click knockoff, but what the frick? Like, come on. I honestly do not understand what these players are thinking. Yeah, Psyshock, and now I can just go for Bulk Up? No, I will just go for knockoff immediately, because what if he just clicks Max Starfall because he thinks he has to go for it? Okay, Bulk Up would have been better, because then I could have gotten the KO on Guzzlord with Bulk Up knockoff, and then I would be +1 attack, right? But I thought, like, it's insane. I get all these calls wrong. It's crazy. Against Vikavolt, I could go into Dragalge, but I expect him to click Sticky Web, and that's why I will go for Facade. I honestly I don't understand. I can set up T-spikes here. They are very important for the Lunala, and apparently he doesn't have sticky web because he would have set it up in the last turn. So it's probably, yeah, okay. He goes to Lunala here, and that's a bit scary because we lost our dark type. I should have not risked our dark type. I think I have to go Uxie and use Yawn. Cormite Lunala is pretty scary. I will go for Yawn to force them to either switch out or they will fall asleep. Yeah, nice. I know I have to take this Moonguy's Beam now, but I take it pretty well, I would say. And now I can switch to Urshifu, because if he stays, then I have Searching Strikes. He goes Delibird. Of course, Delibird. He has Rapid Spin. I will go Circuitry to... Togedemaru could have... He has the perfect counter for Circuitry and Togedemaru. I will still go Circuitry. But yeah, Rapid Spin. Oh no. I will just lose to Lunala. I cannot beat Lunala anymore. Okay, I KO the Delibird here. But how do I KO Lunala? I should get up T-Spikes again. Yeah, I know he can go for Core Mind, but does he go for Moonguy's Beam now? He could, but I have no other choice. Okay. Now I can go for Yawn and then use Substitute with Urshifu. Yeah. Okay, nice. Maybe he tosses Vikavolt now, and then we have Urshifu behind the Substitute. Searching Strikes is a pretty good move against Lunala because we break the Shadow Shield with the first Searching Strikes. Shadow Shield does not work like Terra Shell. Yeah, he tosses Vikavolt. That's perfect. That's really perfect. Do we have... Yeah, we are Max Geyser. We are not Urshifu Gigantamax. Because sometimes, especially on the Water Dynamax Pokemon, having the normal form is better than the Gigantamax form. Let's say we have Dreadnought, because I think Dreadnought's water move sets up Stealth Rock, which is not bad. But setting up Rain after a Shell Smash is probably even better. So, yeah. We KO the Vikavolt now. I know I could have went for Bulk Up, but I want to use... I have to use Urshifu for the Lunala. So, and if he breaks my Substitute, he can then go into Togedemaru and stuff. So, yeah. I think this is better now. Substitute with T-Spike support is really, really good. Let's hope he doesn't have a grounded poison type as the last Pokemon. If he goes to Togedemaru, I will click Drain Punch. Yeah, that's a Drain Punch for me. And now I could go Eternatus or Dragalge. I will go Dragalge. Nozzle, that's fair. I will go for Dragon Pulse. In case he switches to Lunala, the Dragon Pulse will deal a significant amount of damage. And I think Togedemaru should be in range. Right? Togedemaru is not that bulky. Close. But his last move is Iron Head. He could go for Power Flinches. He doesn't go for Power Flinches. That's great. Because now I can go Urshifu and spam Substitute. Or I go for Max Geyser immediately. Let's see what he goes for. Cormine. Okay, so I will go for Max Geyser. He won't go for Max... I will go for Max Geyser. He won't go for Max Mindstorm. Because I could just go for... The max moves don't go for substitute, okay? So imagine I went for substitute, then I go for another substitute, then I go for another substitute. His Dynamax is just gone. And that's game. I have to crit Dynamax Cannon. Yeah, I have to crit Dynamax Cannon. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I hate the low ladder. I honestly hate the low ladder. Like, I already revealed substitute. Okay, let me think. The most obvious play is to go for substitute. I lose nothing if I go for substitute. Actually, I lose health. My thought process was, okay, I go for sub, he goes for Psyshock. I go for sub, he goes for Psyshock. Sub, Psyshock. And then he might get me in a range where it can get pretty scary. But I think I should have just went for it. Because even if he goes for Psyshock, I don't lose the game. I can go for 5 substitutes and then click Searching Strikes. Or Max Geyser then. But my thought process was, okay, I can click Max Geyser now. He will go for Psyshock. And then I can KO the Lunala with the next Max Geyser. And still have enough health that Togedemaru doesn't KO me. So that was my thought process. Maybe it was a bit flawed. Because if I go for 5 substitutes, he takes 30% of damage. But after that, he can go for Max Mindstorm then. And then he is still not in range for Dynamax Cannon. And then I lose 3 Pokemon. Yeah, I would lose 3 Pokemon if I go for these substitute plays. But if he doesn't Dynamax and goes for Psyshock, and I Dynamax, I lose no Pokemon. So I decided to lose no Pokemon instead of losing 3. But it lost me the whole game. I hope you guys understand it. Okay, Scarf, Focus Blast, Redodge, that's big. I'm just super mad because I will set up a Staff Box now with Bonsong. I have no fighting resist. He gets the 10% split health drop. Okay, that's fine. Because I can just set up a Staff Box. Arctozolt. Bolt Beak is scary because we don't have a ground type. I can go for 1 Earthquake. Please connect. Nice. And now I can switch to Duraludon on the Bolt Beak. Nice. Bolt Beak is, for those who don't know what Bolt Beak is, a ridiculously strong attack, in short. Draco Meteor can KO. So I will go for it. Yeah. Never mind. But now I can get the KO with Flash Cannon. Nice. Okay, getting rid of Arctozolt is big. It's honestly very, very big. But we don't gain any points again. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay, Pinsir. Pinsir is like Sword Stance 3 attacks, right? No, it's never Sword Stance actually. It's Stealth Walks 3 attacks or just 4 attacks. But if it's Boots, it's probably Stealth Walks, right? He will go for either EQ or Close Combat or Walks. I can go Bravery. Yeah, he goes for Walks. I don't die to Stone Edge and I can get a Brave Bird off. And the Walks are like, okay. They hurt a little bit, but Bravery has heavy duty boots. Archeops has heavy duty boots. Brave Bird is a 75% chance to one-hit KO the Pinsir. 75%. And the Stone Edge crit is a 75% chance to OKO my Bravery. But crit. Okay, nice. Do I KO? Wait, what? Wait, he cannot touch Bravery. I will just set up. He gives me the opportunity to set up. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And Bravery is one of the best Pokemon in Rampants because in Gen 8. Because with Max Knuckle we can boost our attack. With Max Airstream we can boost our speed. Let's see how he deals with his +3/+3 Bravery. Now he turns off the timer? What do you mean? I will search for the next one already because this is locked. I think he surrendered kinda and then he turned, that's why he turned off the timer. Cryogonal into Omastar. Did I get a good lead for once? I guess Taurus against Thunderous, since he was Choice Scarf, it was also not a good lead. I can go Pangoro and just claim a kill. Because he doesn't get the freeze, and I can just click CC. Knockoff is probably the better play, but Knockoff doesn't KO, I think. And CC, even if he goes into a Ghost type, we have Scrappy as an ability. So, yeah, Knockoff actually KOs probably. Okay, we remove the item, and he doesn't know what Scrappy is. I guess, I don't know, maybe he knows, but yeah. I can go Roserade on Mimikyu and just click Sleep Powder. Yeah, that's a free Sleep Powder. We are back to Generation 1. Sleep Powder Gaming. Nice. And now we can just go Pangoro again and use Knockoff again. Oh, he read me. Well done. Zamazenta, the time where Zamazenta didn't have Body Press. Good old times. Zamazenta is always Choice Banded, so he will use Close Combat. Do I go Mimikyu or do I go Doublade? I will go Doublade. And he doesn't have a good switch, but I will double to Pangoro because I expect him to switch into something that's good into Doublade. And that's not Gengar. That's not Gengar. Man, I will go for Close Combat. Yeah, Zamazenta. I don't want to knock the... yeah, Dauntless Shield triggers every single time it switches in. I forgot. He might go for Crunch, but I will go Doublade again. Or should I go Roserade? I just locked in already. Ah, he goes for Crunch. Fair enough. I can go back to Pangoro and go for Close Combat again. He really does not know what Scrappy is. It's crazy, man. I will click Sludge Bomb. He could go Gengar, but he doesn't go Gengar. What is happening? If he goes Zamazenta now, I will just go Pangoro because he will go for Psychic Fangs. Landorus. Wait, is Landorus actually good into Roserade? I can just go for Leaf Storm. Yeah, and Psychic doesn't KO me. And I can just Leaf Storm again. Please connect. Nice. I can go Doublade because it's in Shadow. No. I need Doublade for Omastar. Do I need Roserade? I can toss Roserade, actually. And he went for CC, but that's a free Swords Dance. We have 2 Ghost-type Swords Dancers. That's funny. That's actually pretty funny. And that's another Swords Dance. And now I can go for Shadow Sneak. No Curse Body. Perfect. Because now Zamazenta dies, Landorus dies, you die. Like, what do you do? Earthquake. That's is that Choice Band Regirock? It is Choice Band Regirock, right? It is Choice Band Regirock. Lol. We got a win. We also won that one before. So, yeah. I want to get to 1500. Can we get 2 higher ranked opponents so 2 wins are enough? I will just play 2 more games, okay? And then next week we will start with 1500. And then if I get 70 points per episode, we can make it. And I know that I can get 70 points is like what I got in Generation 9 per episode. So I can also get it in Generation 8. Like, both the losses today were because my opponents played really crazy. I should play it more safe and not predict that much stuff. But this one Swords Dance with Drapion was an insane play, and the Max Mindstorm from Lunala was an insane play. I think the Swords Dance was a good play with Drapion, but the Max Mindstorm, he saw that we had sub. I'm just trying to think, like, did he see the same line as I did with like Max Geyser? If I don't go for Max Geyser, that he locked in so fast, and I mean, I locked in fast myself, but yeah, I was like, did I even click Substitute? But I clicked Substitute on the Vikavolt sacrifice. Also, you might have say, why did you not use Max Knuckle against the Togedemaru when you had a sub up? If you Dynamax, you also lose your Substitute. So that would have been pretty bad. Obviously, I could have probably KO'd the Togedemaru, but it could have also been Sturdy, and I lose my Substitute. So then he gets a big Zing Zap off, And that's why I went for Drain Punch, because Drain Punch gives me the recovery. And I think he was actually Iron Barbs, wasn't he? I actually don't know. But yeah, I will... I'm not even 1500 and I cannot find a game. Whatever, I will see you in a bit. Here we are again, and that's a terrible lead again. Like all the games... Oh my god. Against Beartic, I will go Wigglytuff and set up a Reflect. It's Boots, and he goes for Stone Edge. That's interesting. Yeah, have fun. Beartic is another very good Dynamax Pokemon because you can set up a Sword Stance and then go for Max Hailstorm and have double speed because of Slush Rush. So in 2 turns you can be double attack, double speed. You can also increase your special defense with like Max Quake. So yeah, I will go Urshifu and hope that he goes for another Sword Stance. Nice. Do I go for Terra? Okay. How high is he? He doesn't Terra. Yeah. Good thing that I didn't go for... like, he could have went for Max Hailstorm, right? That's what I was thinking about. I can go Mandibuzz and use Toxic. I can also go Azelf, because he might go for Sword Stance. He just goes for Fly? I could have punished that Fly, but I can also punish it like this. You're wondering, why does it have Fly? Because Max Airstream. I'm telling you, Bounce, Fly, all these moves are very valuable because of Dynamax. And this is Choice Bandit? It is actually Choice Bandit Landorus. Choice Bandit Landorus, also known as Bandorus. You got it, right? Bandorus? That was a good one, right? Right? By Bandorus. Bye bye Bandorus. Yeah. Alright. I just wanted to check how long the episode is. 1100? What is this matchmaking? Okay, is this a Zoroark? No. Is this a Zoroark? He Dynamax. I should have Dynamaxed myself. He sets up Max Geyser now. What? You... Okay, thanks for blowing your Dynamax, I guess. Okay, nice. Good play. I honestly do not understand. But yeah, Unseen Fist doesn't work against Max Guard. I think that much is clear. And we are also... Like, G-Max Urshifu is not good because... Or like, not great. Because the fighting type moves... Or is it the fighting type moves? Or is it the water or dark move respectively? Go through Max Guard. I think it's the fighting move, because if it's the water or dark type move, it's better if Urshifu Single Strike is always Gigantamax, because you get a special defense drop, but you don't gain anything with it, and the attack boost is actually pretty valuable. So yeah, I will go for another Wicked Blow. Okay, he can store my Wicked Blows. I don't like that. I should switch into Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz. And I will go for Toxic because he might switch into Beartic, and Brave Bird doesn't do that much damage. And if he switches to Poliwrath, I can KO it next turn with Knockoff. And if he stays, the Toxic is also pretty good, but he doesn't stay. Leafeon cannot touch the Mandibuzz at all. Yeah, he goes Poliwrath, tosses with Poliwrath. Did I say Knockoff? I mean Foul Play. Let me see. If we survive Icicle Crash, yeah, he's not Choice Bandit, so we can use Toxic on the Beartic, or we can go hard switch for a hard switch into Urshifu, or we go for a switch into Wigglytuff, set up Reflect. I like Urshifu because we can threaten the opponent. Does he know the type chart? Like, I don't shit talk my opponent, but Icicle Crash is stronger than Stone Edge. Or he expects me to switch into a fire type. That's fair. But I didn't switch into a fire type last time, so I won't switch into it the next time as well. Yeah, that's perfect. That's really perfect. Wait, what's the item of a Leafeon? Ah, it's Lumberry. Okay. I was like, wait, it's not Life Orb, it's not Leftovers. He goes for Synthesis, damn. I mean, it's fine, because Foul Play only does 30%, and Brave Bird just does 50, and when I take recoil damage, what? Okay, I can Roost one turn. He won't Sword Stance again, because if he Sword Stances again, he dies to Foul Play, and I already revealed Foul Play. So that's why I can go for Roost. Bertic, I can set up a Reflect. He will go for Crash this time. He won't go for Sword Stance, because I switched into Urshifu the last time. What the hell? He doesn't know the type chart. Does he know what Stab is? What? Oh my god. What? Also, he hit all his Stone Edges so far. But I honestly, like, the last 2 times I switched into something that threatens Beartic. He can get Chip on that Pokemon. Or he goes for Sword Stance, and then he is forced to switch out immediately. But like, in all games I played today so far, I did not understand what my opponents were doing. Yeah, this Toxic was pretty good, because this time I understood what he's going for. He won't go for Sword Stance this time. He saw, now I have Reflect up, right? He gets a crit. But why do you... Icicle Crash is stronger. I'm getting mad because he doesn't know what Stab is. You are faster. You have flinch odds and whatever. Like, here's faster. Icicle Crash is stronger. He can flinch me, but he goes for Aqua Jet instead. And now he surrenders. GG, I guess. I know everyone starts somewhere, right? Oh, okay, he was 1100. I forgot. I was like, okay, we are on the high ladder, but we are not on the high ladder. I should get off this habit. Like, I always expect my opponents to have a decent level of understanding, but sometimes especially if I see that my opponent is not that high ranked, I should not rage on my opponent's plays. Let's see, 1349. Would you say 1349 is high or is it low? I actually don't know, but I can just set up a Sticky Web right here. We've got Santa Scorch, Taurus, Choice Scarf, Diamond Gala, Quagsire, and Pyukumuku. Do I just toss Recover? Because once again, I get a terrible lead. I have no normal resist. It's Choice Scarf, Toxicity, because it's not Specs and it's not Throat Spray, and I have no switching, right? Quagsire gets... Does Pyukumuku take 2? Actually, Pyukumuku takes 2. Nice. Pyukumuku with Toxicity switching. Obviously. Pyukumuku the GOAT. Pyukumuku also a Pokemon that's not in Generation 9. I will go for Toxic. That's a good trade if I connect. Nice. Because having Umbreon poisoned is valuable. And I can go Vikavolt now. Now I will go for double Toxic. If he switches to Toxicity, I can go for... actually, I should not go for Mirror Coat, because he can just Volt Switch back into Umbreon, because Mirror Coat is a Psychic type attack. But then I can go to Quagsire. Yeah, Wish. And now I can go to Quagsire. He goes for Foul Play. I did not expect him to go for Foul Play. I can go back to Pyukumuku in case he goes for... Now he switches to Toxicity. Nice. And I can just go for Earthquake. That's a very good trade for me. Holy. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Lele. What do I toss? I have to toss something. I have no Psychic Resist. I will toss Quagsire, come on. Okay, it's a Life Orb again. None of my Pokemon KO Lele. Lele. Darmanitan Galar with Gorilla Tactics doesn't KO. Taurus with Life Orb Sheer Force doesn't KO. But what about Anti-Scorch? Yeah, I can go for Fire Lash into Leech Life. Yeah, I like that. I could also go for Knockoff into Leech Life, because that's probably a KO, and then I recover more HP with Leech Life, and he deals less damage with his Psychic type move. Yeah, and now I could also set up a Coil. Let's set up a Coil. I like Coil, because Psyshock does less, and now we can Leech Life, and we lost a bit of health, but we are +1 defense. Okay, Persian. Persian is faster, but does Persian KO me? It does not. Double-edged Choice Band, +1 defense. 39 to 47, so it can KO me, but I will just try. I have no words. I honestly have no words. Okay, I will search for a game already, but this will be the last game, the one I'm searching for. Okay, if I get someone who is above 1500, I can get to 1500 myself. 1380. Why is no one playing with ladder? Like I'm only playing low ladder players, but it's okay. Nihiligo. You could have Thunderbolt, you could have Stealth Rocks, T-Spikes, everything. I can go to Decidueye. Yeah, I like Decidueye here, because Decidueye takes the Thunderbolt pretty well, and now we can just go for Poltergeist. Because Poltergeist, I don't want to set up a Swords Dance and then switch out, because he could go into something that's fast and KOs me. That's not something that's fast and KOs me. So I will just Poltergeist again. Come on. I can go into Pessimian, because if I get into a bad matchup, I just U-turn out of it. And I will go for Earthquake. I should not make any big predictions against low ladder. Obviously, he can go for he can switch into a flying type, but yeah, that's why. That's why. Behemoth, against Behemoth, we can use Klefki. Klefki resists Psychic and doesn't get hit super effectively by Thunderbolt. We can set up a Play Rough. We can just go for Play Rough, chip with Behemoth. Actually, I will go for Thunder Wave, because actually, I should stop with actually. But if I go for Thunder Wave, he gets the analytic boost, right? And that's something I do not want. That's why I will go for Play Rough, because I survived 2 Thunderbolts if I don't go for a priority attack. So I can go for, yeah, I have an idea. Play Rough, Spikes. Nice. Now I can go Flapple and go for Sucker Punch, or I set up a Dragon Dance because I survived Psychic. I think Sucker Punch is better, because yeah, I think Sucker Punch is actually better, because I'm in priority range from every priority. Psychic does 78 to 93. We connect with Sucker Punch. Hustle can be scary, and we would also die to the Life Orb. I forgot about that part. But yeah, let's see. They just have 3 Pokemon left. Garchomp. Garchomp is not walled by Corviknight, unfortunately, because it has Fire Fang, right? Yeah. And I want to deny a Swords Dance, so I will just go for Outrage. Oh, we connect. Nice. That's big. We also had Ice Beam, right? Ice Beam in the back on our Golduck, yeah. Lele is scary, especially because he gets a free Calm Mind. But I can just toss Flapple. We both still have Dynamax available. Lele is Psychic move, either Psyshock or Psychic. Moonblast, and then either Focus Blast or Shadow Ball. We could go for Max Airstream. I will Roost one turn. He won't go for Core Mind again, I don't think. And if he does, I can go for Max Airstream next turn. Why do I go for Roost? Because I want to KO it with a Max Airstream, so I still have 2 turns of Dynamax left. If I go for Max Airstream here, I do 56 to 66. He would be at 69, I wouldn't KO him. But if he is at 59, I would probably KO him. That's my thought process. I could also keep the Terra for the Dynamax for Golduck, but now he ran into my hidden trap card, because now I can go for Max Guard, unless I survive another Max Mindstorm, but it looks like it's a roll. I can calc it. Life Orb, Max Mindstorm, +1. It can KO. So I can go for Max Guard into Max Airstream into Max Airstream. Yeah. And then it's a 3v1. The last Pokemon has to beat +2 speed Corviknight and Choice Scarf Persimmon and Life Orb Golduck. Persimmon and Golduck are full life, while Corviknight will be at about 50%. Yeah. He could also go for Max Guard himself now. When I'm not +2 speed, I would just be +1 speed. But then my Corviknight would be healthier. So he has to decide which trait he wants to go for. Does he want to give me just +1 speed? No, he goes for Max Mindstorm and I go for Max Airstream. Now I'm faster and I KO the Lele. And the last Pokemon is Circuitry. Choice Scarf Circuitry is a threat, but we have Choice Scarf Persimmon, which is faster, so it's always a win, right? Because we get a damage off with Corviknight now, then we can U-turn, toss Golduck, and then we can Earthquake. I just want to see what's stronger, Body Press or Brave Bird. They are actually same power, so I will go for Brave Bird. Actually, Body Press was 0.8% stronger. Yeah, 0.8. Misplay on my side. Does Earthquake KO? Earthquake just KOs with Circuitry, so I don't have to go for U-turn. GG. That was a good game. We could have lost it. Actually, we could have still lost because there's a set I didn't pay any attention to, and it's Blunder Policy Circuitry. And I would have lost because if he uses Hypnosis on my Corviknight and he misses the Hypnosis, he gets double speed and then he can set up a Tail Glow. Actually, it doesn't get Tail Glow, but even without it, he can go for Hypnosis, miss it, then go for T-Bolt, and then he is faster than everything on my team. And then he just has to connect one Hypnosis into Persimmon and win. Because he gets also Beast Boost and stuff, so yeah. But luckily, he either was not that sad or he didn't go for it. So we stop at 1491 for today. I will get to... What's the goal for next episode? What do you say? I set my goal now. My goal is 1560. 1560 is the goal I am setting, and let's find out if I can get there next week. And I will see you. Not next week, but later in the week. I will see you then. Bye bye.